Well, I feel that breeze blowing, see clouds rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since Mike's gone live again. But I know the storms are coming, drunk donkey told me so. But that cone keeps moving down the San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always watch Mike's weather page and you'll know when to run. But I hung around with Irma, Lord, I almost died. When I see that cone moving, I hang my head and cry.
Any drunk donkey can show a European model. Okay? This is the one that dude take that off of any Tropical Tidbits page and blast it out there.
Well, I bet those TV weather folks are showing you the charts, talking about what could be, but not important parts. I know I had it coming. I know it's late.
All right, good morning, everybody. What's up? Make sure I'm online. I'm online. Yeah, look at that. I had to go make coffee. Second cup of the day. Waking up with Louie. Yeah, I had somebody yesterday say, "Where's the music at?" So what the heck, man? It's Friday. We gotta kick it back with our anthem song. Andy Simmons started for us, and now we have a whole album of donkey songs. And he said he's working on another one, so I can't wait. That's gonna be cool. So I got some fun stuff to talk about. We got weather, of course. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. I gotta get a bigger backdrop. I gotta get a little better background. I'm gonna be doing that Tom and Dan show once a week, and everybody that's in the professional world doesn't zoom in on their head, so I gotta zoom out, and then I don't want to just see a $10 poster that I bought at Walgreens with no frame around it. Because we actually have a real picture above, like an actual house picture, like you can see it right there. See, that's a real picture. So I have the drunk donkey prop set up here. You know, it might look professional, but it's not. So anyway, what's up there, guys and gals? We got our regular crew, our local yokels, I call you guys, the Coneheads. So everybody's a Conehead. If you guys are fans of Mike's Weather Page, you're official Coneheads. We actually have a Conehead shirt. It's a great shirt. I pimp my shirts. A couple people hate it, but hey, man, how else can you buy beer? You need, shirt money. Plus, everybody likes to wear them around town. So, Coneheads, welcome. Thanks to all the supporters out there. We've been picking up a few supporters. You guys rock. Things are kind of quiet right now. Not for Texas, though. So, we're going to talk about weather. So, a few things quick. I got a nice letter in the mail. I told everybody I'd show her today. So, real quick, somebody sent me this cool little sticker here. I still got it in a wrapper, showing all of our Florida hurricanes. It's really nice. It was from Nicole, and I have her site up here. So it's Florida Decals at Etsy. So support her. There's my sticker I just got. So she mailed that to me. So thank you, Nicole. And she has a 10% off coupon, Mike's WP. Mike's WP. If I can zoom in on her. There it is. So type that in, you get a discount. So thanks for the sticker. Also, real quick, we talk weather, don't worry. I got a pillow in the mail, and we threw away the wrapper because look at that. So somebody mailed me a Frenchie pillow. And I don't know who it is. So please email me so I can thank you. But that was a surprise. Julie thought I ordered it. We don't know where it came from. It just showed up. So that was pretty cool. So appreciate that. Been a cool week. Of course, then we had our dog callers. Jerry Creations here. I'll show you Becky. So So cool, man. All right, let's talk about dust. We got rain in Texas. We got the dogs. I'll show the dogs here in a little bit. They're sleeping right now, side by side. Yeah, all your exes are wet in Texas. George Strait. All right, so first and foremost, there's ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. I looked it up. Actually, I ran across a tweet today. They shared that picture last year. But big thanks to Sean and everybody at ABC for sponsoring our Facebook Lives. So I'll be heading there here in a little bit because we're going camping. Well, I just turned it over. Let me go back. So going camping this week. So I'll be stocking up. I'm gonna try. It's like going to like a candy store. I saw Jack Daniel's selling canned drinks now. I always like to try something new. Okay, there you go. Who said that about Shannon with a pillow? Oh, maybe I did, Megan. Hell, I don't know. I'm so lost sometimes. Maybe I did. Maybe it was during the show and I just one ear out the other. I am part blonde. No offense to blondes. I do not mean to offend anybody ever. All right, so here's all right, we're gonna talk weather now. And I'll say hi to everybody here in a little bit. I'll try to read everybody's comments, but I'm going camping Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday down at Fort DeSoto. But I might be popping back and forth to work. I don't know. It's only like 10 miles away. So, but check this out. So June 18th. Look at that. We started talking about these rains on June 18th. Okay. So long range modeling sometimes works. Lots of times it works. It works when you see patterns and believe in them. But look at these rain totals that was predicted almost 8-9 days ago. So that was it's panning out. The Euro backed off some, but that pattern was always there, and we're seeing it, man. We're seeing spots of Texas this morning getting flooding rains. We're getting that rain train northward, and that's still down there. Oh, and by the way, I got this email. I had to share this. This was cool. I got a Margaritaville email today. $10 shirt. So I bought one because I like it. Look at two can put it on my bill. That's just funny. It's like you can put it on my bill. I wanted to share that. So, all right. So here's what we got. Look at this. So long range tropics are not looking very active. So if you're coming here for tropic talk, I'm going to get into that here in a little bit. But as far as tropics go, there isn't anything solid yet to get huffy and puffy and jump up and down about. There are a few little spots that we could be watching towards the first part of July. So it's coming. Be patient. Tropics usually are dead at the end of June. So they're coming. We just have to patiently wait. But this is interesting. This was that tropical wave that came around, and we got this high pressure in the Gulf, which you know about because it is hot as hell. And Dwayne or Danny, I know. Everything's crazy. Everything. I'm glad I didn't name my site Mike's Dixie Weather Reports because I'd have to change it now. Because when Dixie's changing her name. Publix might have to change their name because there's an X on it. I don't know. Who the heck knows? Every day's interesting. At least the weather, we can talk about weather. You never know what you're going to get. I just sit back and watch. As long as my daughter can play softball and I can talk weather and do a little computer work here and there, and I'm a happy guy. I don't try to stress too much. But all right, so here's this tropical wave still pulling up. So we got this energy here in Texas. You guys know that. We've got a lot of flooding happening in Texas this morning, unfortunately, and there are warnings and watches up now, and it's going to continue through the day. Let me show you. We're going to have an onslaught of rain continuing, unfortunately, as this wave continues to pull up. So, scattered rains pretty much the whole day today. This is later this afternoon. So all this is spreading northward, Louisiana northward into Arkansas. But, Texas rains finally start to dry up maybe to, later tonight. So, through the early afternoon, lots more rain to come. Could have a few more big pockets pulling up. Everything's pulling due south to north. That's our pattern. Lots of moisture in the air. You can see that on our Klystron 9, Bay News 9 atmosphere moisture map. Or we can look at Whitney's super duper moisture map, which is here, super duper cool animation map. And you can see here the animated runs here. This moisture just kind of came around and it's getting pulled up around this high pressure system. So that's what's happening. That's been on. We've been talking about that a long time. We're watching these waves out here in the Atlantic. Let's talk about that a little bit. Hey Casper, yeah, we had a Washington photo of Kay of the drunk donkey in Washington, and no political jokes. I've learned a long time ago, don't mix politics and weather. Right. So there you go, tropical moisture, man. It's been fascinating to watch this thing happen. A lot of folks in Texas were begging for the rain. You're getting the rain. As people have learned in South Florida a couple weeks ago, everybody's whining about the rain. And then the next 4 or 5 days later, please stop the rain. Here's flooding going on right now currently. Flood warnings, unfortunately, in the areas. Flash flood warnings in effect. This is all pulling up north. We talked about the tip of Texas. And we also said, you just don't know where these lines are going to set up. I talked about it yesterday. Like if we had a front going east to west or west to east, pretty much everybody in that line of storms is going to get it. Doesn't matter where you are, you're going to get it. Well, when a line's going straight north, if that line moves a little this way or a little this way, nothing here, but a whole lot here. And, forecasters can't predict that. So they try to, and then they get blasted. I just say, Texas is going to get rain, and then I look like a hero. But no, seriously now. I mean, it's coming, and lots of rain. In fact, I know they're talking a lot about it on Twitter. Let me just pull up Twitter real quick. I just retweeted a bunch of stuff. Let's see real quick. Then we're going to talk about the tropics. So a lot of dust pictures. We can get into all that. We're going to get into the dust. We got Bobby talking about tropics. There's a big shelf cloud. But I saw some reports. Let's see if I can find them. I should have retweeted them, but foot of rain in some spots. I heard 12 inches. So that's a bummer. All right. Well, no, there's nothing on there. So it's fascinating to look at. Another shot we can look at as weather nerds, and then I promise we'll go into tropics. So officially tropics, by the way, look, nothing in the next 5 days. But what's tricky about these 5-day maps, what happens tomorrow? Tomorrow we could have a circle. So you got to keep looking. Doesn't guarantee that the next 5 days are nothing. It just means today it doesn't look like anything's going to happen in 5 days. So I promise we're going to get into tropics. So let's look at weather nerds real quick. And then... because it looks pretty healthy down here, and we got more coming. I think I started showing it, but it's still pretty massive down here. So unfortunately, this stuff right here is still coming up, and that's producing all this heavy rains for Texas. So all this is slowly sliding maybe upwards. So lots more energy. What's up, Katie? All right, I'll take that. Those spin. All right, so. Tropics. So on my weather page, let me just show you real quick. I posted this here earlier just before we went live. But so here's the general spots we're watching. It's still showing up on our long range maps. Time for a coffee break. What's up, Brack? Spinning the Atlantic. I'm trying to catch up here. Yeah, Danielle, these rains are going to be spotty for you guys throughout the day. None of this heavy concentration stuff, but definitely, the rain threats. Well, here you go. I mean, here's the latest. So these rains are still going to be kind of wrapping up throughout the day today. That's kind of a dying front that we're seeing here. Still draped down here across the south. kind of pulling up some of this moisture towards it. High pressure is going to rule the roost here in the next couple days. And look at this high pressure. This is through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, you know, I had a lot of people email me when this is going to stop here in the south. And it looks like all the way through Tuesday, Wednesday, high pressure is locked in. So a little shot of rain here across the middle part of the U.S. as we get a front that finally escaping that pushes it this high out of the way. But so high pressure is going to stay locked in for the next several days. What's up, Stephanie? Hey, did I get your name right? Nope, Sheila. Shelly. I saw that. Yeah, hey, Alina, rain in South Mississippi. I know you guys, we've been talking a lot about Mississippi. You've had weird weather. We had that weird storm come south about a week ago. It looked like a Dureco thingy. And then a day or two later, we had to go back the other way with Cristobal. So, all right. So let's talk about the tropics here real quick. We got nothing brewing long range. Let's show you the dust, I guess. So here's the heat advisory, too, by the way, in Florida. Look at that. So large chunk of Florida experienced 110 degree plus heat indexes today. And my girl's playing softball tomorrow. Man, she's sleeping now, but I told her, drink water, lots of water, water. Lots of water. Here's the storms, by the way. Look at that. We got storms up north. I know we got fans all over the place, but this is a high pressure spinning down here, and that keeps the jet stream to the north. And look at that. So we got some pretty good wind chances today up north, tornado even. So we got folks that live up that neck of the woods, Wisconsin and Michigan area. Florida has officially changed their name to hot as hell. All right, so where can we go? Let's go to, I don't know. We'll go to tropical tidbits here. We'll see. So the dust, let's show you the dust. That's probably more in the news right now. So dust is going to spin its way northward through the day today. Today's Friday. And look at what it's going to do. So we got a high pressure in the middle atmosphere, and this dust is actually going to get trained into the high pressure. And this kind of what happens with hurricanes. If we had a low pressure hurricane encounter dust, or dust actually got in it, it would actually spin inside a hurricane. And that dry air disrupts hurricanes because you know hurricanes have a nice tight core, solid humidity levels, no dry air. So this dust would spin in counterclockwise and actually help dry up a hurricane. So what we're seeing now is it's actually getting involved with our high pressure, which we can probably see here on our Knoll School site. There it is right here setting up. So here's our basic high pressure spinning clockwise in the middle atmosphere. That's creating a dome of heat. And we really got a jet stream pattern here going north, but look at that north. Holy cow, it's really dipping. But so that's what we got. And then if we go back to the model, so this is what we're going to see tomorrow. This is going into tomorrow. This is tonight still, but look at that. So the high pressure brings that dust. So when I said Florida hasn't seen the worst yet, what I was getting at was if we got on these maps, like yesterday, technically we really didn't have a lot in South Florida as far as heat goes. Oh, Amazon's here. Let's see if they knock and wake up the dogs. Oh yeah, we have to show the dogs. I think that was Amazon. Oh, they already ordered. I like how they put the picture of your front door. Is that my house? That ain't my house. Oh, that's the garage. See, they posted a picture. So they just leave it by the garage. Why, right in the front of the house. I guess they figured I order so much stuff from Amazon, they're not worried about it. They probably go by some stat of how many reports of stolen packages I've had, and as you report none unless they start putting the packages closer to the road so they don't have to walk as far. So, hey, Ryan, looks like you got haze in your profile picture. Hey, Don. Yeah, we've been lucky on that. We haven't had any porch thieves yet. I got a cool little security camera, though. I love it. I got busted yesterday from my wife because she saw me and Emily leave for her softball camp and come back, and I came back alone. And she's like, "Where's Sarah?" But she's a big girl now, man. We got good neighbors. I told her. She knows. Yeah, we're going to show the dogs here in a little bit. So anyway, that's why here's dust. All right, so back to that. This is what's going to happen through tomorrow. So that dust is going to spin around and come back. So it's like a big tongue. That's what Shay Gibson says. Big dragon. So that's tomorrow. So tomorrow that thing's going to plume out. Look, it's going to hang around just a little bit. Look at that. See that high pressure? And the high pressure finally kind of kicks it out. It actually gets more entrained, I think, upper levels. We got second plume coming, the first. Not as bad. It's normal this time of year, but that's a pretty heavy one. It's very heavy. It's a record plume of dust I read as far as the content. So it was. So out of respect to our friends in the Caribbean, when I said it's normal, it's not really normal to have a record thickness. So they got hit hard. But anyway, Martha, yes, she, thank goodness she loves her Gatorade. So it's pretty thick. This is today at 26. So I'll tell you what, Louisiana northward, this is the brighter the color, the more concentration of the dust in the air, and that's pretty heavy. That's going to be, a lot of people are going to be talking about that tonight. And like I mentioned last week, it doesn't guarantee pretty sunsets. It guarantees that you're going to look like you're living on Mars. And trust me, it did. Like my daughter, it was a funny story. I posted it yesterday. Let me find that picture. We get in the car about 4:30 to go to softball practice, and Emily goes, "Dad, where's the sun?" I'm like, "It's there." I said, "That's all that dust we talked about." So that was looking east. So it's fascinating. All right. So tropics. Here. So back to the dust map real quick. The next shot that we got, and this is stretching it. I'm not really predicting anything yet, but so first of July, basically we have a little break in the dust here, and there could be a wave riding in front of the next plume here that the Euro's showing. So that was the one spot we showed. We're going to talk about that one. Nothing to worry about. Definitely could help bring some rain to the Caribbean. But, the dust here the first week of July is going to be kind of light. So that'll be an opportunity. We also have a front coming in off of the Carolinas during midweek next week that could possibly become subtropical of some sort. And as we saw with Dolly, calling this one Dolly 2.0. Hey, what's up, Crystal Ann, all the way from Trinidad. Welcome. Hey, Jason, you got to drive. Thanks, buddy, for your supporter. It's on YouTube now if you're really bored and there's nothing else you want to do. So anyway, yeah, it was a record-setting dust storm. So anyway, this is going to be the area to watch. All right, so let's go back to our ensemble maps. The other area the GFS was showing completely dropped it. Doesn't mean it's not going to come back. It just means, like I've said in my little post, nothing to stress about. So here's a lot more ensemble members. Remember we showed one Lone Ranger a few days ago. Then we had a 2, then 3. Now there's quite a few. So this, we could have early season wave. It could be record breaking I don't know the exact date. We had one wave. We only had one storm form early July out here. Hey, JG Barbados. That's cool. Yeah, it was terrible. I know, it was record. I appreciate that. Who was that new supporter? Yeah, thanks, Dennis. Appreciate that. It's like tipping your bartender. I tip a lot more than that. I'm a big tipper. But hey, what the heck, right? buy a $2 beer and tip $5. Whoa, somebody's messaging me real quick. All right, so, oh, my mom. Mom, are you not watching me again? Look at this. What is up with that? Dad's putting in his solar lights, looking good. I should say, why aren't you watching your son? Why aren't you watching me? See, look. See, she messaged me. Dad's putting in the lights. She's 80. Do you believe it? And by the way, y'all, I ramble a lot. Hey, Bill. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we're going camping. Somehow got lucky and found 4 nights in a row at Fort DeSoto. It was a miracle. Unfortunately, it's Sunday through Wednesday, but oh, she's writing back. Let's see what she says. Okay. Well, she must have deleted it. Now she didn't know it. Now she's embarrassed. She probably said, oh, here she's writing again. She loves. I bought her. She's gonna kill me if I say this, but I bought her a hearing aid. I bought her a cheap ass $30 one because she's very cognitive. She's very alert. She still drives, but she's getting hard of hearing. And I'm like, Mom, what's the point of you being alive and healthy if you can't hear what I'm saying? Oh, she could have said, I'm your biggest fan. I'll put you on. Oh, Mom. But now she can hear me, so I'm like, God, it's like screaming at her. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so frustrating. Now she says she loves it. So it's like putting glasses on, right? Man, don't be stubborn. All right, so here's that wave. And, whatever. So it's not, the only thing it would, still a lot of rough conditions ahead. But the fact is, anytime anything forms, we watch it. And we'll see. A lot of the maps, like going back to Tropical Tidbits, starting to really show it up. Here you go, Euro, there it is, boom. That's that wave we showed yesterday coming off of Africa. Remember, I was like, we rewound the history books. Or we went back to the future, Marty. But here's that wave, and the Euro, actually shows a little development tomorrow, Sunday, Saturday. So if it happens, it might break a record. Look at that. So this is I didn't even look at this yet. Wow. So Euro's kind of showing it now, but they're really showing it now. So again, timing end of June, early July. I've been circling this area for a few days. Kind of gets lost here, but doesn't mean anything yet as far as guarantees on that. It just means, hey, we got possibility here of early season something. We got high pressure. We got front still coming down. Ironically, our little system here here's that. All right, let's just talk about both of them now. So we're gonna have a front come down off the East Coast. You can see that on the surface charts, and it's going to be pretty much a dying front here next week. Here's Wednesday. Here it is right here, Tuesday. Front's going to kind of die, just hang around, and that's where we're going to see a chance for a little spin up at low pressure. And, the Gulf Stream definitely helps. So there's that. But what'll happen is, because of the front, let's say we do get a system. So timing already shows this front weakening the high pressure, maybe allowing, a turn out to sea. But way too long to even, we don't have a system yet. So, but as long as we get these fronts still popping off the coast here, it's going to make it hard for anything to actually hit the East Coast. Ooh, doggy's dreaming. Sound like a little kid laughing. Remnant. That's a cool word. Remnant. Low riders, though, they can miss these fronts. So, anytime we get a system that rides really low, these obviously the fronts wouldn't affect it. So, anyway, long ways out. But the fact is, we got something. Bobby, what do you think about that? Are you excited about it? What is the plume doing, Becky? The plume is coming for upper Gulf Coast. I'm a weather meteorologist. Yep. So interesting. All right, so there's that one. All right, so let's show you all the models here. But here is the little low that could be coming off midweek, and there's a chance it might do what Dolly did, Dolly 2.0. When they name a storm like Dolly that didn't last a day, we should have like Dolly 2.0, and then they could be a pair of Dollies, and we could in the history books put both Dollies like blobs next to each other, and we could say that the history of Dolly and Dolly 2.0. We could compare them. I know. So, weak shot here. Here's that other area the GFS was showing. Euros never believed it, but GFS did. All right, so let's go to GFS. And here's that low pressure already. So look at that. Confidence is strong now. Look at that. Wow. This thing, why don't we have a circle? NHC. No circle yet. But anyway, so there's GFS showing a little low pressure. All right, so we're watching here midweek. This is 28th. Same timing. This is 29th. General blobby mess. Blobby Bobby. Lowrider is a song, Martha. Lowrider. Here's that sloppy low midweek. And doesn't really do nothing with that wave. So that's that. And our other area that it was showing, look at that. Totally gone. Can't even see a hint of what it was seeing before. So let's see. It probably killed off that wave. Well, no. No, actually, it's the same wave. It's just moving it, so it makes sense. So the GFS didn't back off that area. That's actually the same wave. So I was kind of wrong on that statement. We showed it that the GFS was thinking this wave was going to be a low rider. I could cue that music. We could actually add Alexa, play low ride. Oh my God, Stephanie, I swear I did not see that unless you subliminally told me to do that.
Live isn't included with Prime, but is available with Amazon Music Unlimited. Play over 60 million.
Oh, trying to get me to buy Amazon Music.
Amazon Music.
Alexa, no.
30 days in- Okay, you can sign up anytime by saying
I said no.
for Amazon Music
Alexa, no. She's worse than a door-to-door sale.
that match your request.
Now she's going to play me something that... Nope, she didn't. Man, she's just like a woman. Don't hate. I have 3 in the house. I can make woman jokes. So, I really think the GFS was showing this general wave. We showed it yesterday. It just showed it going a little lower and then forming. So, but nothing to worry about, right? But here, good sign, good support of this low off of here for sure. And then the CMC, always consistent. Let's see, Saturday, June. Let's see. It shows our little low down here. This is nearing the islands on the 29th. See the little guy right here? Here's midweek, little guy. And you generally see it right here. I mean, it's not organized, but it's just interesting to talk about. The vorticity spinach showing up very well. This is the lower level spinach. And the CMC is kind of showing it right here. And that was exactly what the Euro was showing, or the GFS a few runs ago. Same time frame, see? This was a few runs ago. So that general thinking. If we had anything develop or just be a sloppy tropical mess, timing would be July 4th weekend, possibly. So, long ways out. Alexa, buy me for Alexa, tell me a joke. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why did the French fries cross the road?
Why?
They were trying to catch up to the chicken.
Why did the French fry cross the road? He was trying to catch up to the chicken? That wasn't funny. All right. Crazy Alexa. All right, let's look at some ensemble stuff here. So, strong signature here. Near in the islands, so it's more on par with what the Euro is showing right here. This would be Saturday, July 4th. And then it has a curveball, so there's not a lot of support past the islands, but interesting nonetheless. A lot of climatology out here gets put into these models. And sometimes, like we were talking about with this Texas rains, I think the models were all on it last week, and then they backed off of it. But you could watch a precipitable water map and see it, and you could just see it coming. And I think they put too much into the dry air, maybe. But anyway, you know, when you look at climatology, a lot of the models might be using that. So we get a wave out there, we're going to watch it. That's what we do. We do. Where am I looking at for? What is it? Right here. So history buffs, looking at the end of June, if it were to happen, let's say, all right, we've had one. We had one system form out here, June 21st to the 30th. In the last 120, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. So one storm. That's why it's not very common. Yeah, we looked at ensembles. Stephanie, let me look at them again. Or maybe you didn't. I'm reading behind. So there's we can look at European ensembles here also on Weather Nerds. I like looking at that. We can look at tracks on update plot. Wow, so we actually have possibility of that wave. Let's look at that wave in depth. We'll go undercover and watch it. Wave watchers. Wave watching riders on the storm. There's a good one, Terry. We should have a hurricane song list. So here's all the different ensembles. I'll just let this play again. Let's see. What do you got? What's up, Jennifer? Yep. Not very common, but it is 2020. So look at that. There's our ensemble map. Kind of has a die. You know, I assume the shear this time of year is very strong. Here's that low pressure here. It's just funny though, you know, 3-4 days ago we were saying there was only one Lone Ranger, but we were watching that wave come off, and it's funny how it's going straight north this time of year. High pressure is not that strong. So, it's interesting. You know, this little guy's got a decent shot at getting going too. The Gulf Stream, Outer Banks are pushing these out like babies. So there you are. There's that. All right. Let's look at real time of our tropical wave out there. Here it is. This general mess. Remember how big and bad it looked yesterday? So there it is right now, and it's riding low below the Sal. Let's take a look at that. It's very evident here on this little guy. So here it is. It's got its little moisture shield right now. So it's got the big dust at the top. Here's that big plume here. This is not future. This is current. It's funny it's not picking up the future NASA map. Wonder why. It showed it that it's kind of lost some of its punch. But anyway, there's our lowrider below the south. So it's got decent moisture out there. We can look at this little water. It doesn't go out far enough. We can look at Bobby's super duper map here. Bobby's water vapor map. Bobby's water vapor map right there. We'll take a look at this. So, there's that. Let's take a look. You can spin the Earth around, play with it. Oh my God, the Earth's round. That's weird. All right, so here's the waves down there. Look at that. So this is water vapor, kind of juicy down there. It's a cool map, man. You can zoom in on it and fast forward it. And get high definition water vapor. And we'll see if there's any spinach here. Right here, you can kind of see the sloppy mess right there. There's a little spinach. That's the same spot. Southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. Let's take a look on Weather Nerds, where you can be your own weather person. It says a weather person. I'm politically correct. Right there. So this is the general area. See, here's the Cape Verde Islands, and this whole general sloppy mess here. But it's so cool to watch because you got the winds from the south, and you got the winds to the north, and it ends up spinning things like a top. It's just so fascinating how it gets the help from the south hemisphere winds and northern hemisphere winds, and it's so cool, man. You get the north winds, south wind, or north winds, south winds pushing, and it actually helps kickstart tropical systems. And then they break off from that ITCZ line right here. There's a tropical wave, and when they break off, they become their own little people. So, hey Casper, I don't know, but you know what? The coolest thing is one of our servers at Chili's grew up there. And don't forget Casper's site, Kay's site. I have their awesome link here. Where did I put it? Right here. What did I do with it? Come on, I gotta wait. Oh, there it is. Right there. So I have you guys up top. You're like in the top fold, Casper. Look, International Meteorology Database. That's our one and only. Casper and Kay put this page together with all the individual offices across the world. So if you want to see individual weather from every one of these places, you click on it and you get their local government tropics. So that's pretty cool. Good deal. So I'm going to get the dogs here in a minute. Windy map is soothing to watch. Yes, it is. How's the pressure on the spinach? Where did I go to get that? Out that far? I don't know. Good point. I did update my Gulf pressure link yesterday, though. I remember we were showing that. Now it goes to the Gulf pressures. So that's good. Maybe, well, it doesn't go that far out. It's hard to get stuff that far out as far as pressures go. But anyway, I'll look for it. Here's your MJO, still positive for the next 2 weeks, going into the first part of July. So that's going to aid in that any development down there as far as things go. So here's a good water vapor loop map. We can look real quick. You can see that moisture. So it's a sloppy rain train coming. So there's that. I'm gonna get the puppies. There's what we're watching. Looks like a little fish. Texas rains. Florida heat. Let's check out the heat for map real quick, and then we'll show the puppies. We'll just go southeast. I have a cool little interview coming up with Oldsmar. They're going to feature our family in their brand new magazine that gets mailed out once a month, so I have to call them here in a few minutes. So props to my hometown here. So that'd be kind of cool. All right, so let's pull up the heat. Man, the Euro's still showing potential 100 here in Florida. I don't know. Tampa's never had 100 degrees ever. Ever. So this is, this is where the big heat's southern Georgia, Bama, South Carolina, but it's going to remain upper 90s. And it slowly gets back to bearable midweek. So the next several days, extreme heat, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, across the south. Triple digits, middle Florida, upwards into Georgia. Some into South Carolina. So, as Hank said, that hot old summer sun will make you beg for your next breath. All right, what else is cooking? See what you guys are chatting about. Let's see. Here's let's go back to high. Let's see if the Euro shows an official 100-degree possibility today. 100 possible tomorrow. 101 Tampa. We'll see. But 100s, 100 is going to be hot. Obviously, it's hot. That's why we have heat advisories up. So the GFS says. Well, here's national weather. Official weather showing 98 for Tampa Bay. They're not going all in. Never been 100 in Tampa. They're saying hundreds though in north here. So it's hot. All right. Let me get the puppies, and then we'll loop this little guy. Let's go back to Texas and see what Texas has got, and then we'll say see you later, alligator. So again, I might not be live Monday too. I don't know yet. Play things by ear. Probably going to be not every day next week. So get too much, don't want you burned out yet. Who was traveling that asked me questions? I hope I didn't steer you wrong. Hey, 4th of July weekend, Jason, what's cooking? Where you live at? Why is not the radar popping up? Why is the National Weather Service radar? There it is. All right. We can start looking July 4th, getting a little close to where we can. All right. We're in browser mode now that I've officially